Scott Watts were to pull that mask, it would come off.
I'll tell you what, Carmine is challenging Scott Watts right now and saying, if you want this whistle, come and get it.
Of course, he's got an armbar on the boy's opponent.
Well, that's the thing, you know, Carmine's not as dumb as he looks. You know,
I don't think you can get much dumber than that.
Point well taken, Jimmy D. Point well taken. But the thing about Carmine is, if he can distract Scott Watts enough to get away from his game plan, the professor could take over. And now Scott's got his knee right on the jawline of the professor, just keeping him down on that mat and keeping that arm bar nice and tight. And one of the fans at ringside was giving Carmine a little bit of trouble, and Al Alberti is seeing
right
to
on
it
the
that
situation.
All it stays is just a little verbal taunting.
Well, Carmine does have the knack of irritating people.
That's true. You know, he's egotistical, he's arrogant, he's conceited, and as soon as I get my thesaurus, I'll think of another couple of adjectives.
Oh, and he dresses real well.
That's true. I've never seen anybody mix stripes and plaid before and make a fashion statement.
I used to make fashion statements, but that's a fashion epitaph.
That couldn't have been said any better, Jimmy Diamond.
Maryland voice, what can I say?
Well, I think it's more of a color scheme between Carmine and his man, the professor, because you notice the professor has got a black and white checkerboard on the stripe on the side of his trunks.
Quick punch to the kidneys.
No, that was a short punch to the short ribs right there, and the professor is just sending him right to the corner. And out of the ring, Scott Watts goes flying.
Oh, look at this. Brana's hitting on him.
Carmine's trying to cause some trouble out of ringside. The fans at ringside are taking exception to it. Carmine uses that cane in a very ungentlemanlike manner on Scott the Golden Boy Watts.
The professor comes down. Now this is, I hate to say it, it's picture perfect. Carmine, the professor will distract Dion Dallas Page while Carmine gets his hits in, and then Carmine will distract Dion so the professor can get his hits in.
That's right, and the fans at ringside they're trying to maintain their seats, but sometimes the action gets out fast and furious, and it does spill out into the first couple of rows. Well, this has been a 10-minute match, and we've only seen about 5 minutes of actual wrestling action. The rest of the time has been interference by Carmine Barana Jr. or a lot of parading around outside the ring by the professor.
He's going to go ahead and rack up his head.
No!
Scott Watts reverses it, just powers him over.
Beautiful backdrop.
Hip toss. That'll take the one right out of you.
Just put him into the lights with that
Off the ropes, he's going to drop an elbow.
Oh, leg drop on the jawline of the professor. Scott Watts is definitely taking over in this match. He's pulling him up by the mask.
Quick body slam.
And Scott's, what's he doing? He's going outside
the rope. I don't know if that's too smart.
He's going up to the top.
I don't know if that's too smart this time.
He's taking a real high-risk maneuver here.
Barana trying to go inside the ring.
Carmine Barana is trying to climb up to the ring apron, and he grabs a hold of the top rope. He shakes the rope. Still got the one-leg drop kick in. And Scott Watts saw what Carmine was doing. He's coming out after him.
Scott Watts, this should be it. Kissing goodbye, Barana. Kissing goodbye, Barana. Oh, Scott's going to work on that whistle.
Scott's throwing Carmine Barana into the ring. Scott's going to work on
that whistle. Elbowed him into the corner. Gets him up there. Oh, my. He's going to work on his throat.
He's blowing the whistle the whole time because Carmine has just been irritating him the whole match.
Now watch out for the professor
behind him. Oh. Right to the lower back area of Scott the Golden Boy Watts. And he might have swallowed that whistle. Now, Dion Dallas found the whistle and put it in his pocket.
But I'm going to tell you right now, another 4 more seconds and Barana's neck would have been popped like a chicken.
And Carmine's looking for his hat. He's looking for his cane. And he looks extremely flustered, but the professor is completely taken over on the Golden Boy, Scott Watts. And it's no wonder hitting him from behind like that. When you've got somebody up in the air and somebody hits you in the lower back, it just makes every muscle in your back cramp up. Crowd chanting Scott.
There we go. Now that'll affect Scott. Scott will hear that and he'll go off.
Oh. Wait a second. 1, 2.
Kick out.
2 count only. A side suplex is a maneuver I've used many times, and I didn't realize the professor had put that in his repertoire.
Again. Blocks it. Hits him right back. Hits it. Whoa!
Beautiful chop. He's got him by the mask. He's got him by the mask.
Cranking it up. He's asking the crowd for it, and they give it to him. Oh!
Just goes flying from that beautiful right cross.
That had knocked out Tyson. He's going for the pin. One,
counts 1, 2, and the professor's got the rope. He knows where he is at all
right
times.
On the situation. Carmine's the first one to point it out.
I'll tell you what, Dion Dallas was right on top of it as well.
Yeah.
There's 5 minutes left in this 20-minute time limit match, and Scott has dropped the forearm across the back of the professor. With
that's a meaty forearm, too, let me tell you. He's going for the mask. He's going to try to pull the mask off. We might see an unmasking. He almost has it. Almost has it.
Carmine is telling the referee it's a choke, and the referee is counting on Scott the Golden Boy Watts.
We might see what the professor actually looks like. We might see it. It's almost.
Oh, double fist to the midsection. Another one. Irish whip across. Scott comes out the ropes.
Double
clothesline. Both of these men are down. Carmine doesn't know exactly what to think. He's trying to get his man to get up.
Dion counting both of them out.
Scott the Golden Boy Watts is halfway up. He's up to one knee.
Count to 6, 7. Scott's up. Scott's up.
Scott's going up. Referee should be laying a count on him because he is outside of the ring ropes.
Scott going over the top ropes again. I'm not sure.
Scott's going for that high-risk maneuver one more time. Carmine Barana Jr. is on that side of the ring.
Carmine right there.
Dion Dallas, better watch.
Right there. Hooks the leg.
Dion Dallas was watching the professor, and he did not see Carmine pull the foot of Scott the Golden Boy Watts off the top rope. That should be an automatic disqualification if he saw it. But it's unfortunate. Dion Dallas is just under the impression that Scott fell. And that's exactly what Carmine is telling him.
Dion probably suspects, but as a good referee, he's not going to call it unless he actually sees it. Puts him in the corner, goes to work on that midsection with those shoulders. Forearm to the chest. Slap to the chest.
Timekeeper is called. 2 minutes left in the match.
Second Irish whip. Sets him in. Reverses. Brought them both in. Both of them took damage on that one.
Scott dragged him in there. He refused to let go of the professor's arm when the professor was whipping him across, and the concussion was absorbed by both men. 1, 2, kick out. I don't know where the professor got that. I don't know where he could have come up with the strength to kick out of that. Scott's going up again, but this time he's smart. He's on the other side of the ring from Carmine Barana Jr. Oh, gets him with a sunset flip. Referee counts 1, 2. Not enough for 3. Not enough for 3.
That was so beautiful. I don't know where the professor's getting the strength to come out of these things.
Scott the Golden Boy Watts is definitely taking quite a beat. Vicious clothesline by the professor.
1 minute remaining in the match. 1 minute remaining in the match.
Professor with a very smug two-handed cover. 2. Ain't enough for 3. Scott just got up enough in enough time. Professor's getting in the referee's face about how fast the count was. And now he's spending more time arguing with the referee than he is wrestling the match.
30 seconds into the match. If Watts is going to do something, even for the matter if the professor's going to do something, he better hurry up and do it. Ain't much left in this match. They're hammering away at each other, two gladiators. Trading blows for blows. It's all a matter who wants it more. It's all a matter who's going to stand up.
It's gut check time now.
They're hammering away at each other. This isn't even a wrestling match anymore. They're not worried about holds. They just want to see the other guy fall.
He's trying to set him up for a vertical suplex.
Up. I don't know if he can do it. He's trying to do it. He's putting all his weight into it. He's not going to bring him up. He's not going to bring him up.
Scott's going on a small package. Referee counts. 1, 2. Nope. The bell rang and Scott Watts thinks he's the winner. The referees just give us the announcement. It was a time limit draw. A time limit draw, and Scott the Golden Boy Watts and the professor are both curious as to what happened. The referee's explaining it to Scott Watts. Scott had the professor in a beautiful small package.
Time ran out on him.
Time ran out on him. He just didn't have enough time.
Barana's telling the professor, let's get out of here.
And if Carmine raises the professor's hand, obviously he's not the winner. Well, I'm going to go up in the